Minash-Shaytanir-Rajeem. Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. Assalamualaikum to all of you, my dear students. I hope that you all are staying healthy at your places. This is your English teacher Ms. Revelia with another interesting grammar topic today. Yes, my dear students, today we are going to look at some adjectives and we are going to find out some opposites of these particular adjectives. So you have to open unit number 14, jokes and riddles, and you have to look at exercise A on page number 86. There is a question given in exercise A that is, change these adjectives to their opposites. Now what is an adjective? A quality of anything is called an adjective. We have to find out the opposites of these particular adjectives today. So look at the first phrase. The first phrase that is given here is a shut door. So the opposite of the word shut is open. So we have changed this phrase like this, an open door. A shut door, and the opposite for this particular word is open. Shut, open, an open door. Now let's move towards the next phrase, that is a cold drink. Cold. The opposite of the word cold is hot. A cold drink, a hot drink. Number 3, a big ball. The opposite for this adjective big is small. Big, small. A big ball, a small ball. Now let's move towards the next phrase, that is an old book. The opposite of this adjective old is new. Old, new. An old book, a new book. Now this is the quality of this phrase, that the book is new or the book is old. So in this thing we are learning the adjective as well as how to transform these adjectives into the opposites, into the antonyms. And the last phrase is a short boy. This is the adjective in this phrase, short. What is the quality of this boy? Short. So the opposite of this word short is tall. Short, tall. Now let's repeat once again the adjective with me. What are the adjectives in these phrases? Shut, cold, big, old and short. And how we have transformed these adjectives into the opposites? Like this. Shut, open, cold, hot, big, small, old, new, short and tall. So you must remember how to transform the adjectives into the opposites. Now we have another interesting grammar exercise, so let's move towards that. Alright kids, now here we have one more interesting grammar exercise that is also related to the opposites. That is exercise B on the same page, page number 86 of the same unit, unit number 14, jokes and riddles. Change both sentences to the opposite meanings with less or full. Now here are some words given and we have to change those words in the opposite by adding less or full. For example, if there is a word powerful, whenever you find any kind of word in which it ends with full. For example, this. So you have, if you want to make it as an opposite, so you have to change it as less. Powerful, powerless. Alright. And if it's starting with less, so you have to change it in full. This is the easiest way to make the opposites of these particular words. For example, in the first sentence it is given, a powerful king ruled over the country. He could do anything he wanted. Now how to change this sentence, the whole sentence, in the opposite thing? We have to change this thing first. Powerful. What do we have to do? Powerless. As I have just told you, we have changed this full in less. So it becomes the opposite of this particular word. Now comes to the next sentence. He could do anything he wanted. So how to change this in the opposite? He could do, he couldn't do, he could not do. So we will add a not here. He could not do anything he wanted. So we have changed the whole sentence into the opposite thing. A powerful king ruled over the country. A powerless king ruled over the country. He could do anything he wanted. He couldn't do anything he wanted. Why? Because he was powerless. Now let's move towards the next sentence. There are some some colorful flowers in the garden. They look very pretty. Now how to change this full? We have to write colorless. So this word becomes opposite when we add this less instead of this full. And now let's move towards the next sentence. They look very pretty. They do not look very pretty. So in this sense, in this regard, we have changed the both sentences into the opposite thing. There are some colorful flowers in the garden. There are some colorless flowers in the garden, and because the flowers are colorless, so they do not look very pretty. Now let's move towards the last sentence, that is, this injection will be painful. You will feel it. So now we have to change this full word into less, painless. And because the injection is painless, so you are not going to feel it. So you will not feel it. So in this regard, we have changed the whole sentence into the opposite thing. This injection will be painful, painless. You will feel it, you will not feel it because the injection is painless. So now let's repeat these sentences with me once again. A powerless king ruled over the country. He could not do anything he wanted. Number 2, there are some colorless flowers in the garden. They do not look very pretty. Number 3, this injection will be painless. You will not feel it. Now, my dear students, we have one more interesting grammar exercise for you today. Alright kids, so here we have one more grammar interesting exercise. That is exercise C on the same page, page number 86. That is match the adjectives that mean the same. I have just explained you in my previous exercise that what is an adjective? An adjective is a quality of anything, of any noun, right? So here we have some adjectives and here we have some words that are different in spellings. We spell it differently, we pronounce it differently, but their meanings are entirely same. So we have to match these adjectives with its meanings. The first adjective that is given here is very tired. So we have to read out these meanings first. Delighted, astonished, terrified, furious and exhausted. So this and this, both the things are same. Very tired, exhausted. So you have to match this number 1 with this exhausted. Very tired, adjective with the same meaning, exhausted. Number 2, very frightened. The same meaning of this word is terrified. So you have to match this very frightened with the word terrified. Now let's move towards the third adjective, that is very surprised, astonished. Both have the same meanings. You can also say very surprised, I am very surprised, or you can say I am astonished. Both the things are same. So we have to match this very surprised with this astonished. Number 4, very angry, furious. The teacher is looking very angry today. Or you can see that the teacher is very furious today. Both the things are same. Now let's move towards the last adjectives, that is very happy, delighted. You have to match this very happy with this delighted. Both the meanings are same. Sarah is very happy today or Sarah is very delighted. So let's repeat these adjectives with me once again. Very tired, exhausted, very frightened, terrified, very surprised, astonished, very angry, furious, very happy, delighted. Now we have the last grammar exercise for today's lesson. Alright kids, now here we have the last grammar exercise from our today's lesson. That is exercise D on the same page, page number 86. In this exercise, there is one picture given. You have to look at that picture very carefully and then you have to do this exercise with me accordingly. Write a or an before each noun, match the numbers and letters. So today we have to study at first the articles a and n. That where do we have to use a and where do we have to use n. My dear students, A, E, I, O and U. These all are vowels. Before this vowel, before this letter, we have to use this n. letters from your alphabets are the consonants. Whenever any letter comes, any consonant comes in any word, so you have to use A. You will understand it more nicely when we will do this exercise. The first word that is given here is stomach. Now you will see that the first letter is S. Can you find this S in these vowels? Is there any S? No. So this is not a vowel, and when the letter is not a vowel, so the letter is a consonant. And whenever we look for any consonant, so what do we have to use? We have to use A. So this is a stomach. And when you see in the picture, there are some alphabetical orders in the pictures accordingly. In the picture, there is a boy, and on his stomach there is one letter written, that is D. So I have written here D, a stomach, and the letter accordingly is D. Now let's move towards the next noun, that is ear. Now you will see that ear is a vowel, E. So what do we have to write? We have to write N. A stomach, an ear, and in the same thing in the picture, the ear is alphabetically with the letter E. So I have written here the letter E, an ear. Now let's move toward the third part, that is I. Now here you can see the vowel is given. So what do we have to write? N. Let's move towards the next body part, that is foot. Foot. F is it a vowel? Is there any F? A, E, I, O, U? No. So F is a consonant, and whenever we talk about a consonant, so what do we have to write? We have to write the article A. So we will write A here. A, foot. Arm. Now here this A is a vowel, so we have to write N. N, arm. This is very easy thing. Now the next word is doctor. Now you can see that D is not a vowel. So when a letter is not a vowel, what is it? It is a consonant. So we will write a doctor here. Now let's move towards the next words, which is number 7, ambulance. Now here, my dear students, you can see that A is a vowel. So what do we have to write? We have to write N. An ambulance. And in the second last word, there is a word given, syringe. So this S is a consonant. And whenever we talk about a consonant, what do we have to write? A, syringe. And the last word is umbrella. So this U is a vowel. So we have to write an umbrella here. Let's repeat these words with me once again. A stomach, an ear, an eye, a foot, an arm, a doctor, an ambulance, a syringe, an umbrella. So my dear students, that's all from my today's lesson. I hope that you have enjoyed my today's lesson. You have to do this work very neatly in your copies. I will catch you next week inshallah with another lesson. Till then, take care. Allah Hafiz. Goodbye.